Born in Bavaria, Germany in 1923, Henry Kissinger moved to the US with his family in 1938. He was drafted in the US Army in 1943 at the age of 19. He served in the Army in 1946. Later, he completed his graduation and master's from Harvard University. Although he was known to be close to Nelson Rockefeller, who went on to become Vice President of the US, Kissinger's political career on a global stage started in 1969, when Richard Nixon appointed him the National Security Advisor in 1969. In 1973, he was made the Secretary of State. Kissinger remained the most prominent voice on US foreign policy issues till 1977. His major diplomatic achievements involved China, the Soviet Union, Vietnam, and the West East. With respect to the Soviet Union, Kissinger shaped a policy of better relations with the communist superpower. It was known as the détente, a term for easing hostility between two countries. It led to the Strategic Arms Limitation Talks, or SALT, in 1969. He later helped negotiate the SALT I arms agreement with the Soviet Union in 1972. Kissinger also developed a rapprochement between the United States and the People's Republic of China. It was the first official US contact with the Asian nation since the Chinese communists had come to power. By thawing US relations with China and achieving détente with the Soviet Union, Kissinger achieved what was called triangular diplomacy. Exploiting a rift between the two communist countries, the Nixon administration drew China out of its diplomatic isolation and forced the Soviets to reshape their foreign policy. Kissinger was also known for his realpolitik doctrine. Under this, he believed that diplomacy and force should be used to achieve a balance of power. In 1973, Kissinger engineered peace between Israel and Egypt after the Yom Kippur War. Although he initially advocated a hardline policy in Vietnam and helped engineer the US bombing of Cambodia between 1969 and 70, Kissinger played a major role in the disengagement of US troops from South Vietnam. In 1972, Kissinger engaged in peace negotiations with Le Duc Tho. The peace treaty was announced on January 23, 1973. Kissinger shared the Nobel Peace Prize for Peace with Tho in 1973 for his efforts. Tho, however, refused the prize. Kissinger earned the wrath of many for supporting the bombing campaigns in Vietnam and Cambodia. Cambodia, a neutral nation governed by Prince Norodom Sihanouk at the time, was dragged into the Vietnam conflict. The US incursions spread the influence of Khmer Rouge, which would seize power in 1975. It then embarked on the genocide that killed almost 2 million people. Kissinger also backed the authoritarian regime of Chile's Augusto Pinochet. He was also criticized for turning a blind eye to genocide in East Timor in 1975 and Bangladesh in 1971. Kissinger established the pro-Pakistan policy in the India-Pakistan War of late 1971. He, along with Nixon, met India's then Prime Minister Indira Gandhi in 1971 before India intervened to end atrocities against the local population in Bangladesh, then known as East Pakistan. According to some tapes that were declassified later, Kissinger and Nixon said many derogatory things about Prime Minister Indira Gandhi as well as India. It is also believed that Kissinger came up with a plan to send a naval fleet to the Bay of Bengal during the war. Later, however, he changed his stance on Indira Gandhi, whom he would describe as the woman of extraordinary character.
If you like this video, share it and subscribe to Business Standard. For more news, views and insights, log on to www.business-standard.com. Do also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram and LinkedIn.
She has ambitions of becoming a brand. Business Standard.